So replacement theory is nothing but the most recent iteration of something we've had our entire national history, which is white supremacy, and particularly a fierce white backlash every time there are moments in our democracy that are bringing more people in, particularly African Americans, into a more full, inclusive democracy. You know, after they got rid of the property requirement for voting, for example, in the early 1800s, northern states immediately began to add racial bans on voting because of the fear that blacks would start voting. After the Civil War, those amendments and blacks began voting and registering big numbers in the South. That led to violence, voter suppression, and almost a century of Jim Crow. Civil rights laws led to the Southern strategy, same effort to claw back. And the Obama coalition getting its way in 2008 and beyond led to immediate, not just birtherism, but post-Obama voter suppression, again, based on things like myths of voter fraud. So we have this very clear history, and replacement theory is one other iteration of this non-stop, consistent white backlash whenever our democracy looks to becoming more inclusive, including particularly black voters. Here's where the censorship comes in, and this is where I so worry about the censorship. If you censor all that out, which is the point of the censorship, you have this illusion that it's been sort of non-stop progress, as opposed to progress always met with pushback. So you blind people to the reality that it's always been a back and forth, but you also blind people to the reality of it's the same tools of myths and disinformation, gerrymandering and suppression and violence that have always been the way in which the pushback has been advanced. We have to fight voter suppression, we have to fight white supremacy, but we also have to teach our full history so we're prepared for its worst elements.